What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Welcome. This is the UnApology Comedy Podcast. I'd like to present you your host for the evening, Mr. Judd Jones, right over there.
Come on, seriously. Robbie King right there, folks. Let him hear it, man. Yeah. I love it since you've been on this show, man. I really do.
Loving it too, man.
You bring all that jazz and blues and good shit that none of the rest of us can do.
No.
I love it.
Just don't ask me to tell a joke.
Okay, good. Fair enough. We'll handle that. Thank you guys for being here. We all certainly appreciate it. This is episode 16. How we feeling, good people? Yeah, man. All right. Thanks for being here. We got some returning guests, lesbians. You know I love you. Good to see you again. Glad y'all are here. Y'all were off last week. You had an anniversary. Congratulations. Don't ever let that fucking happen again, all right? I want you here every show, all of you. That's what's most important. Good to see you guys. Thanks for coming. Certainly appreciate it. Ladies in the back, thanks for being here. Uncross the arms, my dear. Let the comedy in. It'll happen at some point. It'll happen at some point. So yeah, thank you guys so much for being here and supporting comedy and our new podcast we got going here. It's been a lot of fun. This is, episode, what did I say, 16, 15, 16? What did I say? 16 sounds good. I believe that.
Let's go with that.
All right. And how about a round of applause for Taryn, who's working hard for you guys. Let her hear it. She's the HBIC in this mug. She doesn't put up with anything. You hear that raspy, sexy voice during the show. We love it, man. We do. And I appreciate you comedians being here. We're going to have a lot of fun tonight. You guys ready? All right, man. Yeah. All right. I'm going to bring up the guy who's on the show with me every single week here. He's a fantastic comedian, funny dude. I'm so glad to have him up here with me every single week. Start clapping right now for my friend, King Hooker, right there, man.
Howdy ho.
Here we go. Episode 16. Is that right? Jesus,
Yeah,
I'm now
16,
questioning
man.
myself. I said it 50 million times.
Yeah.
What's that? 15 is on YouTube. That means this is 16.
They're
All
keeping
right.
up more than us. Look
Very
at that.
good. Yeah, we got our executive lesbians helping me out here. This is perfect. All right. How we feeling, good friend?
Feeling good. Feeling frisky.
All right, you look frisky. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we love. All right, what we do is we draw names out of a bucket, and everyone gets up to 2 minutes of time to do their material, and then we'll talk to them and figure out what's going on in their depraved lives or whatever that is. And normally we have one of our friends starts off the show each week. It's been different people, different times, but we'll mix it up a little bit. For this week, we'll just go straight to the bucket and see who it is. How about that? You ready?
Straight to the bucket.
All right, man, let's do it. Come on, let's hear it, guys. Come on.
Woo!
And that name is Michelle Keith.
Yeah.
Let Michelle Keith hear it. Come on up, Michelle. Let her hear it. Michelle Keith.
Yeah, Michelle.
What's up, y'all? All right, check it out. Any Leos in the house? No? My birthday's Sunday. All right. Leos, thank you. All right. Getting older, obviously. Boobs are a thing, right? My body's not the same. So what I did was I went to the plastic surgeon, get them improved. I'm like, I have to stay in the present, but my titties can go back to high school, okay? See another prom. But when you're there in the doctor's office, you have to make decisions, right? You got to put some thought into it. Size, what kind, what method. So what I did was, I just got squeaky toys implanted instead. Instead of silicone, right? Because, I have to compete for people in a bar on a Friday night. it cuts the whole noise, right? You know, they could be watching a basketball game. You could be like, craft beer places are the best, you know, like peanut butter stout, number 6. Anybody like peanut butter? The dogs like it, especially the good boys. It's so easy to get them home, too, you know. It's like, let's go for a ride in the car. Let's go home. You know, because like girls, when we're in our 20s, our boobs are round and firm and melons, like watermelons. We get to be in our 30s and 40s, they're like pears, right? They're hanging differently. They're shaped differently. We get in our 50s, mine are like onions because I cry when I see them in the mirror. Dudes have the same thing, you know. When you're in your 20s, it's like an oak tree, right? It's strong, firm. You get to be in your 30s and 40s, it turns into a birch tree. You know, it's like softer, it's more flexible, still dependable. And you get in your 50s, it turns into a Christmas tree because it's dead at the root and the balls are just there for decoration.
Michelle Keith, let her hear it, folks. Michelle Keith. Well, Michelle, it's good to meet you. It's the first time I met you. Get on that microphone, my dear. Let the people hear you.
To hold it. Sorry.
That's right. So, yeah, good to meet you.
Yes.
How long have you been doing stand-up comedy?
I'm in my 7th year.
7th year?
Yeah.
Woo!
Okay, very nice. I can see that. Got a lot of
You
confidence
wouldn't know
on
that because
stage.
I forgot words and stuff like that. But
Well,
it was
nobody-
a challenge to come up here and try to just time yourself on a particular bit. Like it really is.
Well, plus with your
Just trying to challenge myself.
plus with your titties squeaking all
I
the
know,
time.
right? It gets in the way.
That
They
was
go off in Publix in the produce aisle. Like it's,
that was very exciting.
yeah.
I wasn't expecting that. You were
I
talking
feel
about
like you're looking at me completely differently now.
who's the woman whose boobs are squeaking.
I know,
mean,
right? I have no excuse for
I mean,
anything.
what are we supposed to
Are
not
we that
acknowledge
surprised that I just spilled a Budweiser on the table back there?
Oh, you did? You
I did. I spilt it.
knocked it with your
I got so excited. I saw the pizza and I grabbed the menu and I knocked over my
right.
beer, but it's okay.
Did you
That's
have the
me.
squeaky thing in your boobs the whole time you've been here?
Yes.
You did. Does it ever go off by
There-
accident?
Yes.
Like you hit it weird and people are like, what
Yes.
the fuck?
Yes. If I am, yeah, it does. I've hugged people at a show, like while the headliner's on stage before. It's like,
And it's a
but
squeaky
yeah,
toy.
it has, yeah. One time I was getting ready to go to a show and like I had to schedule like the washing machine man or something, you know, and
Yeah, that's an occupation.
he was like, "Ma'am, can you look in the washing?" Because he was gonna repair it, but I left it like there's a towel still stuck in the on the drum, and I bent over, and it was like, and we're just like standing in my garage, I'm a comedian. Like,
Amazing. So you always keep it there.
yes.
You never know what's going to happen.
I mean, not when I go to work, but
No?
I should probably.
Why not?
Except my work is how this bit whole started. So
How did that? What do you mean?
I'm a dog show superintendent. That's what
a
I do
dog
for a
show
living.
superintendent.
Yes, like the ones you watch on TV. Like I don't show dogs. I don't judge dogs. I judge the people. But
Sure.
that's my life.
What does the superintendent of a dog show do?
It's like running a circus. We do everything.
Okay, so you're coordinating all
Like
the
we
stuff.
physically bring the matting and the ring gating and the signage, and we print the ribbons, and then I'm assisting the judges and exhibitors, like customer service at a dog show. It's crazy.
Wow.
Believe me, I have a whole 10-minute bit I do on it.
I would imagine you do. Yeah.
But no, like as an occupation, when people are showing dogs, they put bait in their bras and they hide toys in there because ladies, we need more dresses with pockets, right? Can we all agree? So they don't ever have any pockets. So you can literally hug a friend and a squeak toy will go off. So
Squeak
that's kind
toy.
of how the evolution of plus I was like sitting on my back porch high one night, so
Okay.
that's how it happens. Like I have a great idea, but anyway.
You were high and decided you want to put a squeaker in
I'm
your
like,
boob.
why not? It makes sense to me.
So has a dog like heard that and then gone a little rabid and wanted to fuck up your tit?
I have had
you
a
know?
show or two where there was a dog in the
Yeah,
audience.
okay.
Yeah. Best response ever.
And it just turns and stares, just like waiting for the
it's
next
all
move.
like, what?
So how long have you been a superintendent for dog shows?
26 years.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. That is, I've never heard anybody who...
I am the only, I thought of this the other day, I literally am the only superintendent that is a comedian.
Oh, you are?
Yes.
Okay. The
Believe
only one?
me.
Right, because they don't have senses of humor, the other
No,
ones?
I mean, they do.
Right. I feel like you kind of have to in
We
that
do.
job, right?
Like, we do have sense. It's really weird because there's like a whole decorum and there's etiquette and everything, but you can
Dog show
literally-
etiquette? Okay.
Literally, a girlfriend will walk up to you and be like, guess what? I got semen from Europe yesterday. It's just so...
And the crazy part is she didn't have a dog,
Yeah,
right?
right. No, well, that too. People
Right.
watching dogs, and the one will be like, 2 grown men. Did you see the rear on that bitch over there? You know,
Firm.
it's like that
Very
kind of
nice.
thing,
Yeah. Wow.
So yeah, it's a crazy world.
Wild. So do you do dog shows all over the country?
Yes.
Or mainly? Oh, you do? Mm-hmm. What was the last one you...
I was in Arizona last week.
You were in Arizona last week.
I'm
How
going
long do you...
Colorado in 10 days.
Okay, how long are you there for the dog shows? Like when it's time for the superintendent
it
to show
depends.
up?
It's usually a 2-day event, like a week. It's like NASCAR for dogs. It's a Saturday and Sunday, but it usually this one is a 4-day weekend, so I'll be there for 6 days, 4 days
Wow.
of dogs.
Okay, and are the...
It's intense.
Is there as much racism as the dog shows as NASCAR?
Good question.
I would say no.
Okay.
Not as much. What's the...
I don't like that speckled one. I can just
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got
It's a half-breed.
Right.
Right.
That boy can hunt. Yeah.
Right. What's the craziest thing you've had to deal with some of these dog show people before? The wildest thing you've had to deal with?
Oh God.
2016.
You know
I
you-
have seen. I shouldn't laugh, but I mean, part of like people fall a lot, like.
When they're running the dogs?
Well, that too, but like it just I can't even say some of this weird stuff, but.
Yes,
I
you
saw
can.
a grown woman walk in a white Armani suit with white heels, and she was shopped because there's like vendors, right? You could buy any kind of dog toy or whatever. She was shopping, and she fell in dog shit, and she left in an ambulance.
An ambulance.
Yeah.
So part of my job is the asshole in the clipboard going, "What is your name and address? Like, don't sue us." You
Oh
know,
my
so,
God.
Yeah,
So-
I've seen. Yeah, I know,
So
it's horrible.
she fell in dog shit?
I have seen someone get trapped in a porta-john.
Oh. What happened there?
I think an ambulance was involved in that one too.
They were trapped? Did it fall
yes,
over?
like an older person. Yeah.
Did the whole thing fall over?
No.
Oh, they were just trapped
They just
inside.
couldn't get out,
They
yeah.
couldn't figure out the lever.
Yeah, and
Yeah, you were laughing your
person
ass
had
off. Yeah,
the-
go ahead.
the person had one arm.
They didn't have enough tugging power. I bet that was it. Fire department showed up like with 2 hands.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
100% true.
So an elderly person with one arm got caught in
Yes.
the porta potty.
Yes.
I fucking love that. That's amazing. I mean, all they need is one hand. It's a very simple
I
little
know,
loop thing,
but-
you know? Couldn't figure it out.
It was
Wow.
dramatic.
The trials and tribulations of the
Yeah.
dog show world.
Yeah,
Amazing.
it's crazy.
So you said 7 years you've been doing stand-up comedy.
Mm-hmm.
So what made you decide to start doing stand-up?
I have a girlfriend that ran shows, and we were both single, and she started an open mic, and nobody showed up to get on the open mic, and she was like, if you don't go up there and tell that Tinder story about that dude with the peg leg, I'm not getting paid tonight.
Well, time out, Michelle.
That wasn't even my best story.
I think we want to hear the peg. Like, give us
It
a
was
synopsis
really just
of
like
that.
when you meet people and you're like, I feel like some people on here have dated online, right? It's like the whole left right thing, and then you got to look through their profile. You're looking at their every picture they have, you know, whatever. And he was just very clever. And then it's like,
Go ahead.
Arg.
well, I mean, and he lived in St. Augustine, you know. Like, can you imagine?
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's like
It's a big history
I knew
there,
he
yeah.
wasn't even like a cool, you know, peg leg. It was like a wooden pirate leg, and I was like sitting at the bar, and I could like hear him coming. You know, he literally walked up.
Oh, there's my
To be fair,
shorty.
that is the cool one.
Yeah, right.
But I got a laugh, you know, and she was like, "Well, this is a 6-week thing. You have to write 5 minutes And I was
Okay.
hooked. After
you
you
were
get a
hooked.
laugh, yeah, I was hooked.
Well, I love it. It makes sense.
Yeah,
You're a very funny person.
Thank you.
Great on stage. A lot of
Thank
confidence.
you.
I'm so glad you were here, and I'm so
I'm
glad
very
to finally
I
meet
know,
you.
finally, yes.
One
this
more
is
time.
great that you're doing this. You guys cloud up, but you don't know how rare it is to have a show like this. And thank you for supporting it. And running rooms is really hard. So anybody that supports live comedy, we all succeed. So thank
Hell
you.
yeah.
God love you.
Oh, yeah.
Michelle Keith, one more time. Let her hear it, man. Michelle Keith. Love it.
I got to get that done with my tip, man.
Yeah, I was thinking, yeah, she was saying that as she gets older, her boobs aren't the same. I'm like, I can relate. I can relate. That's why I'm wearing a man spank. All right, folks. Y'all think I'm joking. We're going to press on with the show. How we feeling? Good? Yeah, man. I'm sorry, I have to say just one more time, what a great performance. And I mean, one more time, Michelle Keith.
Michelle Keith, come on.
So good.
Fuck
So
yeah.
funny. So funny. Nice. We should get an update on the dog show later on, Michelle. Anytime you want to come here and talk about dog show shit, we'll love it. We'll love it. All right, folks, next comedian coming to the stage. That person goes by the name of... Who is that right there? Kevin Jones. Back again. Woo! Kevin Jones. That's Kevin Jones here.
Last week this didn't want to come out of here, but it did this week. Yep, I'm Kevin Jones from Alabama. The accent, if you were wondering. Kind of a Alabama thing. You may not know, but on my 5th birthday, my mother took me and dropped me off at my aunt and uncle's house. And she left, and, I went in. My aunt was in the living room just sitting there. And I was like, hey, guess how old I am? Guess how old I am? She goes, how old are you? I was like, I'm 5. She said, really? She goes, oh, go out back and tell your uncle, So I took off running, Uncle, guess how old I am? Guess how old I am? He's like, he looked at me a second, then he shoved his hand down my pants, started rubbing, and I just kind of looked, and then he goes, I bet you're 5. And I was like, Uncle Judd, how'd you know that? Or, how could you tell by just rubbing like that? And he says, oh, I heard you tell your aunt. So last week I was talking about my seizures, and that's my, I guess, disability or whatever. Everybody, I think, now has some kind of disability, no matter what it is, right? Are you fixing to cut me off?
Go ahead, finish up.
Okay. But I think we need to change it now, right? The wheelchair people have the kind of taken over the signs for people with disabilities, and I don't think that's right. I think we all need our sign and our location and stuff, and, we should have some kind of test for it. Like, let's go to drive-through. How hard is it for you to go to drive-through, right? The wheelchair person, however they go. If you're blind, you may run over a lot of dogs on the way because, you're seeing eye dogs out front. And, if you got a stutter, you may never come back.
Kevin Jones, ladies and gentlemen, let him hear it. Kevin Jones. It's good to see you again, man.
Thank you.
You were here last week, and you're from Tampa, right? You live in Tampa?
Yep.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you coming over again. I was going to say something, child molestation jokes. That's always a crowd pleaser.
Yeah, I didn't know you were his uncle.
Yeah, no shit. Then he turned it on me. I was like, that is kind of funny, actually. That is pretty good. Yeah. Funny stuff, man. All right. Definitely. So what's been going on since the last week you were here? Working a lot? You do coding for Amazon. Is that right?
Yeah.
All right. Who would have figured that from Alabama? That was my surprise last time. You're a coder.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it is kind of weird, like you go from going and getting eggs out of a hen house or whatever and then go program, So, but
You got the best voice. It's like a mouse who has a secret. He's got a lot of cheese and he doesn't want to tell nobody.
thank you, but yeah, I'm not a fan of my voice, but yeah.
You don't
I
like?
love it, bro.
What do you
Be
not
proud.
like about your voice?
Say it with your chest.
I don't know. It's like
Your accent?
yeah, and I don't know if it's the accent or just the whole thing altogether. Like I don't hear the accent when I hear myself. When I hear myself, it's wholly different. It's like you know when they first come out with answer machines and you would record the message and it was you. And he's like, man, who is that motherfucker?
Right.
Yeah,
Didn't
that ain't
sound right.
Yeah, no, not at all. you
Yeah,
know?
see, I remember when they came out with answering machines too, and you just acted like I'm old enough to be your uncle. Fuck you. Hey, no way, man. How old a fellow are you?
Oh shit, I don't know. I'm 40 something.
40 something?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't keep up with it. I stopped at some point, you know.
You did.
So,
I feel like I kind of want to do that too. You know, in my later 40s, I might just forget about it.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter at that point, right?
No.
Oh,
I
shit,
mean, I still have the same body I had when I was 12.
I believe it.
Yeah. So if I got to be careful, not wear granimals like from behind. Some child molester may grab me up, you know.
That's true,
Yeah.
right.
I highly doubt that.
Well, might not be a child molester at this point. Probably not.
Yeah.
Right. Could be a
Be
whole
just a
different
molester.
thing. Yeah. Could be a whole different thing. Right.
Yeah.
And you were talking last time that you travel a lot for work, working for Amazon. You were in Brazil, all that.
Yep.
What's the furthest you've traveled? Is it Brazil for work?
For work, maybe. I don't know. I got to go to Australia at the end of the month. So
It's amazing to me.
yeah.
You're coding, work for Amazon, and you sound like the biggest hillbilly I've ever met, man. It's the craziest thing.
Yeah.
Don't
fun
profile.
time.
You know, I guess that's the whole point, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm sure some of the things apply, you know.
Sure. I
Yeah,
get it.
yeah.
I get
my,
it.
My sister wasn't that hot though.
Oh, she wasn't?
No.
No?
But I had a cute pet sheep, and but I had to move to Georgia for that. So.
Oh, that's a Georgia thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You ever-
Family is Alabama. If you move to Georgia, animals
in
are good
Georgia.
to go. Yeah.
Did y'all know that? I wasn't aware of that. It's amazing. It's a breakdown by states.
They be fucking sheeps in Georgia, apparently, man. They get the peaches out in Georgia as well as the sheeps.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's all
Yep,
smorgasbord. Amazing. Well, Kevin, listen, man, I'm glad you came back again, dude, all the way from Tampa. Certainly appreciate it. Did you watch the last episode that you were on?
Yeah, I watched some of it.
Oh, goddamn.
But I just, yeah.
Hadn't had time with it, huh?
No, yeah, I've had time. Like a lot of times, it depends on what I'm doing. I'm on the phone a lot all day.
Right.
But then I'm also like in between that working on some stuff, and then I'll like listen to YouTube or listen.
Well,
to
nobody
something,
likes
you
an
know?
excuse, Kevin. Kevin, I'm glad you were here again, man. I hope you keep coming back anytime you want, man. We'll be in touch soon. One more time for Kevin Jones, man.
Thank you.
Let him hear it. Kevin Jones.
I feel like if he got stuck in a car wash, he would just stay there. You know, he just kind of shrug his shoulders, let the fucking things hit him.
He's like, I feel like I need some help. I fucking love it, man. All right, folks. One more time from the bucket. How we feeling? Yeah? All right,
Yeah.
man. We're doing it. We're doing it. One more time from the bucket. Next comedian coming to the stage. He's been here a few times. We're glad to have him back. Start clapping right now for Aaron Paul. Let Aaron Paul hear it. Aaron Paul.
Thank you. So I woke up this morning and I looked in the mirror and I went like this and I said, wow, I now have baby orangutan titties. It was the weirdest thing, I come from a very religious home. My mom used to only wear dresses, and one of the requirements was a table doily around the neck area and the sleeve area. Very religious, and we even believed in not going to the doctor. And we've since graduated from that. I've got pants and tattoos. But my uncle, he stayed behind, and I was explaining to my uncle about my sister. She's going to medical school to be an OBGYN. And I said, hey, my sister's going to be an OBGYN. And my uncle goes, I'm going to pray for her salvation. Anyway, okay. All right. Yeah, so I was homeschooled, which might not be a surprise to some of you. And I didn't know how to read or spell my name. I get into public school. And I immediately go into the special class, and that was really hard because as a kid, you're unsure about what to do in the special class. There's a lot of snacks and coloring, and I was super happy because I got to move to a new school, and I thought that they would somehow forget that I was in the special class, and they didn't. So I was stuck in that class for a while. So, yeah, that might be all I have.
Aaron Paul, folks, let him in.
Wow. Yeah. Man, this is a rough crowd.
Back again, Aaron Paul.
Yeah.
Funny stuff, interesting stuff. I'm glad to see you back here
Yeah,
again.
yeah. I feel like most of my jokes might hit better at like a church group. There's something.
You think so?
Maybe.
Why a church group?
I don't know. Like I feel there's a lot of background in just religious cults that were around back in the 80s and 90s when I was growing up, and a lot of those people have come out of that, and it's.
So you think that's your audience?
Maybe. I don't know.
Could be. Were you involved in any religious cults growing up?
Yeah, we were. Yes.
What was the cult?
It was called the Glory Barn. So, the Glory Barn.
Wait a minute.
Is it?
Wait a minute.
Not to be confused with something else.
It.
Is that where you got that
Anyway.
shirt?
Yeah. Yeah.
I can see that from the Glory
So
Barn.
This is pretty.
That's on brand.
This is pretty extreme for the Glory
I
Barn.
fox with it. It's like if
Yeah.
a rainbow had a seizure. I love it.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Anyway,
So.
Go ahead,
your
just lay
your family.
it on me.
Your family was in a cult.
Yes, they were in a cult.
And it was called the Glory Barn.
Yes, the Glory Barn. The Glory Barn. You could not. You had to wear dresses. No joke. They could not have patterns, but you could have a patterned doily around the neck area and the sleeve area. But yeah.
That's it. Solid colors.
Yeah, solid colors except for the white doily. Do you know what a doily is?
I
Do you
do.
know what a doily
Sure.
is?
Sure.
Yeah, I need to go back to like
It's
the
like
1950s.
it's like a
to tell
Ruth
these
Bader
jokes.
Ginsburg thing you
Yeah,
had
yeah,
going
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Right. Okay,
Yeah.
so Glory Barn.
Yeah.
Where did that name come from? How did that originate? Do you have any idea? Because it sounds like a discounted dress place.
Yeah, it was a legit barn. Like yeah.
No,
a
it sounds like
legit
you get
barn.
filled up with glory.
You
over
do.
there. Yeah.
You did, or you thought you did.
Might get a little
until you
glory on your
realized,
shirt.
Wow,
Yeah.
this guy's insane, and he wants us to all die.
So was the Glory Barn an actual barn?
Yes. Yeah.
It was. So this is
Yeah.
the Glory Barn, and that's the name of the cult.
Yep.
How many people showed up at the Glory Barn any
A
given
lot.
time?
A lot. I mean,
Do you show up on Sundays? When do you show up there?
You would show up on Sundays and Wednesdays. Could not miss that. Sometimes Monday
Wednesdays and
nights.
Sundays.
Yep.
What went on Wednesdays and Sundays there?
Well,
Glory.
yeah, a lot of glory was going on, but it wasn't. It was bad. I got out of that.
So please
out of
be
that.
specific.
What was the activities? Yeah.
Well, I mean, you would have tambourines and flags, but they were just streamers, and you would just wave them around, twirl them.
Part of me thinks you're making this up, but the
I
other
am
part of
not.
me believes you 100%.
I am not. I'm
It's
pretty
fucking amazing.
straightforward.
It's like a pep rally going on in the
Yeah,
Glory
yeah.
Barn.
Yeah,
So tambourines, streamers.
It was rough because this is the most important part of the story. Is I almost died because my parents didn't believe in going to the hospital,
Oh,
and I got really sick. I was dying.
with what?
It's called an intussusception. It's where your intestines start eating each other from the inside out.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
Proceed.
And And yeah, my mom called my dad, and yeah, he was like, I'm just gonna pray. And as a baby, I couldn't say anything, and I'm like, please take me to the hospital.
You don't need science to heal you.
Luckily, a non-Glory Barn member was with my mom, and she's like, hey, you need to get this kid to the hospital. He's going to die.
A non-Glory Barn member.
A non-Glory Barn member was there.
Wow. And during the Glory Barn ceremonies, is it any kind of like religious text that's talked about or anything in the Bible?
It was a lot of fire and brimstone preaching that I don't particularly agree with today.
Right. Amazing. How long were you involved in the Glory Barn?
I don't honestly remember it as a kid. I just remember not dying.
You just blacked it out.
Yeah, I mean, right.
I just remember not dying, so I got out of that. But
holy shit. I made other notes, but fuck it. Glory Barn is everything.
The Glory Barn is everything.
Wow. Fantastic.
Yeah.
You've been in the cult. You told us before that you worked in the carnival.
Yeah.
You are a fucking interesting dude, man.
I have a lot of stuff, you know.
Yeah. Well, Jesus, I hope you keep coming back and enlightening us on all things Aaron Paul. And before the first time, I have to tell the people who didn't see the first time, you came up here and signed up under Cave Baby.
Yeah, I signed up under
That was
Cave
his name,
Baby,
Cave Baby, because that was your name at the carnival, apparently.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Fucking fascinating.
There's a lot there.
You are quite the Renaissance man, Aaron Paul.
Yeah, definitely.
You are, and a little frightening.
Thank you.
All right. One more time for Aaron Paul, man.
Yeah.
Come on back anytime, Aaron. Wow. Glory Barn. God, if a normal person just started talking about that, you'd be like, you're full of shit.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, when he says it, I'm like, I totally believe him. The Glory Barn. That is amazing. Worked in the carnival, Glory Barn. Jesus. Keep your kids away, folks. All right, folks. Next comedian coming to the stage is a guy who's with us every week on this show. He wrangles comedians at the door. Funny dude. He's one of the hardest working comedians that I know, and I'm glad to have him on the show tonight. Start clapping right now for my friend, Brian Milligan, man. Let him hear it.
How you guys doing tonight? As he said, my name is Brian Milligan. I'm also the pastor of the Glory Barn. I'm here to preach the gospel. It's nice because we have little holes cut out all along the walls. You know, I was going to talk about how that dude looks like a Muppet that like grew up into a human, but it was just it's too good. All right. Guys, have you ever had one of your buddies send you a dick pic? No? It happened to me just recently, and I'm not going to lie, I found the whole thing traumatizing. Like, first off, this thing was massive, okay? It's probably like what the lesbians use, I imagine. It was huge. Like, if I had to describe it in one word, it would be gigantic. And I don't know what possessed me, because I've never had this happen. I don't really know the protocols, but I decided I'm going to send him one back. The real problem is I was having something that I like to call small dick day. Like, it looked like the mushroom from Mario that makes him get bigger, which is ironic, because if I had that, I would be mushing it into my pee hole. But I think even if it quadrupled in size, it wouldn't have mattered. So I snapped the photo and I send it to him, and he immediately texts me like 1 second later, and he goes, "Oops, sorry, wrong person." And then 10 seconds later, just 50 laughy face emojis that were also crying, which was nice because I was also crying. And then he texted, "You call that a dick?" And I said, "No, sir." I felt like I had to call him sir after seeing his penis, even though he's younger than me. I was like, "No, sir. I call that a wee-wee." That's all I got.
Brian Milligan, folks. Come on.
Big wee-wee energy, my guy.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Little wee wee energy, my guy, is what it is.
Well, that was the
Yeah.
play on words.
I did. I fucked it up. Sorry, Scott. My bad. No.
So you got the dick pic from a friend. Huh?
Yeah. It was Eric Urlacher.
No shit, really?
To be honest with you, he didn't really send me a dick pic. He just accidentally texted me, and then he goes, "Thank God it wasn't a dick pic," and I just wrote that whole joke.
Oh, and the text wasn't meant for you.
No, it
right.
was somebody else, and so I just wrote a whole joke on that stupid one text that
Right.
he sent me.
Urlacher, that's hilarious.
I love that guy.
Yeah. Good callback on the Glory Barn.
Oh man,
That was
it was
good
like
at the
immediate.
beginning. Yeah, that was good. That was good. Yeah, that's the term of the night, Glory Barn.
Well,
you know?
I feel like I would be a pastor at a place called the Glory Barn.
look like
you
it,
know?
dude. Yeah.
Like, I feel like I got just enough charisma to convince dumb people to follow me. You know,
Sure.
Like follow me to the Glory Barn and suck my dick. You know?
If you want to see Jesus,
That's right.
there he is.
I got
right.
that too. That's right.
Right.
I'm the Glory Barn Jesus.
You are Glory Barn
That's
Jesus.
what it is.
Holy shit. Did you grow up in church or religious or anything?
You know, I actually went to church on my own. My
did.
mom's religious, but I didn't really grow up with her. So, and my dad didn't give a shit. So
No.
I found out this is like I was a fat kid, you know. Like,
Oh, I can relate.
I grew up into a fat adult, so it was nice.
Same.
But I found out the church right up the road from me got breakfast sandwiches from this place in town that had the best breakfast sandwiches, and all I had to do was show up.
And love the Lord.
And
huh?
I could get infinite number of them.
Yeah.
It didn't matter. There's sometimes I go to school just like, ugh.
Sure, man. It's like a potluck dinner at church.
That's
man.
right. Yeah, but it was breakfast. So
Nothing wrong with that at all.
yeah.
So,
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I just saw like 1 second ago I saw this Facebook memory. Apparently, like 6 years ago, I saved a kid's life and totally forgot about it.
You saved a kid's life.
Yes.
Do tell.
Yes, please.
So we were living in Washington, and we were out with the kids, like, you know, the wife and kids were with me, and we were walking around this big ass lake, right? And these two dumb kids decided they were going to swim across the lake.
Right.
And like halfway across, one kid just starts flailing and starts screaming for help, and his buddy just leaves him. You know,
Sure.
he just keeps going. And I had seen them earlier, like fucking around, and so I was like, "Oh, he's playing." You know what I mean? So I'm just on the shore watching this kid drown, going, "Are you being serious? Is this for real right now?" And he's just like, "Help me!" He's like screaming bloody murder, and I finally just jump in and I I swim over to him. And I get to him, and I've heard that, like, if you save somebody from drowning, that, like, they can kill you, too. They can pull you under,
Sure.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I told him, as I was swimming up to him, he's still screaming and flailing. But I was like, hey, man, I need you to go limp as soon as I grab you.
It's a weird thing to say to a kid, but yeah, right. Yeah.
I was like, I need you to go limp as soon as I grab you. And he's like, what? This guy's dying. He's like, ah.
He's like, I can't. I'm rock hard. Drowning is my kink.
He's like, I've been waiting for this moment my whole life.
Pull me by my dick.
So
Back to shore.
So I reached down and grabbed him. Nah, and luckily I grabbed him around, like, up under his arms, and he immediately just, like, went limp, luckily.
Right.
And I just swam back to shore with him, just backstroked, you know?
Yeah.
And I was expecting, like, this hero's thank you.
Sure.
Like, as soon as I got to the shore, like, I was like, and he was like, he got to the shore and he's like, he's like, you know, freaking out, and then
Yeah.
just gets up and walks away.
That was it. No fanfare.
Didn't say shit to me.
No.
You know what was good about it, though?
Let's hear it.
My wife and kids were there and watched it. And this is when my kids were young, and they were like, our dad's a hero.
He's a hero.
He's a fucking hero. And I was
Right,
like, you're
dude.
goddamn right he is. you know?
Sure.
So, yeah.
That's amazing. Wow. I had a similar situation, but not as dramatic or life-saving.
You didn't tell him to go limp?
No. Well, actually, a kid got bit when I was living in Texas. When I was growing up, a kid got stung by a man-o-war, and they're like, you have to pee on him.
Oh, shit,
And I was the only one that had something on deck, so I peed on the kid.
That's the exact same thing, dude.
Peed on the back of his legs. It was weird.
You saved that
weird.
kid's life.
But his parents were there, so it was like I'm looking at him. It was an odd thing. Really weird.
I like in my story, I'm telling a kid to go limp, and you're like,
And
I'm
I'm
just going to
peeing
pull out
on
my
him.
dick and pee
Yeah.
on him.
It's a weird thing.
Judd, I didn't know you were such a hero, bro.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining a little kid turning his back to you like, please don't hit my back.
Yeah, right.
Just the legs.
Unfortunately, he got stung on the face. Judd's like, I've been waiting for this shit.
Today's the day. Right. Holy shit. No, your story is way more impressive, though. You actually saved a life. You could have drowned. That's amazing, dude.
It just made I hadn't even thought about it since then. To be honest,
Right.
I swear to God. Like, it's not like the kids are like, my dad was a hero one day, or, you know.
Right.
Like,
They forgot about it probably
Yeah,
by
yeah,
now.
they have, for
Yeah, you have
sure.
teenage daughters. They're probably like,
yeah,
they
they think I'm a piece of shit.
Oh, they do now?
Like every other teenage daughter, you know?
Fuck
Right.
dad. He spends all his time at the Glory Barn.
They call him Jesus there. Those
Converting
motherfuckers.
people.
That's right.
Right.
Hey, how do you think I get my side women? You know?
The Glory Barn does everything
That's
you need.
right, dude.
That's right.
It's right there in the name, dude.
Sure. Absolutely. So the last week, I mean, you're doing shows all the time. Any good shows the last week since you've been here?
Let's see.
Anything that stood out?
Oh, I did that boardroom in Cocoa Beach.
Boardroom?
Yeah, I love that.
Mark
show, man.
Andrews'
Yeah,
room?
it's
Good
a
room.
small room, but it's
Yeah.
it's fun. I did that with Ants Rants.
Okay.
I love that guy.
A lot of energy.
What's her name? Alina Siddiqui.
Alina Siddiqui.
Oh, my
Yeah, I've had
God.
her on the Thursday show.
I've never seen her do stand up. Like, I've
Oh,
seen
yeah?
her online and stuff, and we've met a few times.
Yeah.
She fucking killed.
She's
dude.
funny as
Oh,
hell,
my
dude.
God,
Really good.
Yeah.
And lesbian, she's one of your tribe.
Yeah, she's on
Yeah.
y'all side. That's right.
That's
I
right.
I met her wife, girlfriend.
Right.
Yeah.
She's coming up soon. I have to tell y'all.
Y'all
when you
should
come to the show on the Thursday show.
Definitely come see her. She
Yeah,
is-
hilarious.
I'm like spending my time doing a promotion for her, but
Sure, why not? Why not?
Yeah,
That's
that's
all
how
right.
much I like lesbians.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Obviously, we support the cause.
That's
we
right.
do.
Y'all are not just for porn, all right? I get it. I feel like I had to
again-
explain that to Scott.
What? Damn.
Well, Brian Milligan, you know how I feel about you being on this show, man. And as a comedian, hardest working dude I know. Glad to have you here again. Thank you so much, man.
Always
One
a
more
pleasure.
time for Brian Milligan, man. Let him hear it.
Boy.
Brian Milligan.
Yeah.
Brian Milligan. So how about real quick, as a little palate cleanser, we hear from our man Robbie King right there. Round of applause for Robbie King. Let him hear it, man. Robbie King, folks. Come on, man. Let him hear it.
Thank you.
Robbie King.
Yeah.
Robbie, tell the people, you perform all over this area all the time. Anything you want to plug or social media, anything like that?
I will be right here in this very place every third Friday of every month for the rest of the year. If you like this room and you like what you see here, come see me. A little bit of a different show. I'll be
Hell
screaming
yeah.
at you and sweating all over the place, but I think you'll like it.
Right, right. And then you got your band, your three-piece band when you're up here?
Yeah, it's the Robbie King Band. You can look me up on Facebook, Instagram, anything like that. Robbie with a Y. Don't forget the Y. Please don't spell it with an IE. I
Oh,
will hate
shit.
you
I've
for
been
the rest
spelling
of
it with
life.
an IE.
We haven't talked yet, but I was... I
Jesus
wanted to-
Christ, I've been fucking up the whole thing. R-O-B-B-Y?
Yes.
Well, I won't fuck it
Sometimes
up
Y.
again, man. All right. Robbie King, folks, man. Let him
Yeah.
hear it. Oh, my God.
Come see him. He's got magic fingers.
He does. Watch out, lesbians. All right. Next comedian coming to the stage. How we feeling, folks? Come on, man. Yeah. All right. Next comedian coming to the stage. He's been here before. Our buddies, start clapping right now for Connor White. Let Connor White hear it. Come on.
So when I was about 6, my cousin got a metal detector for Christmas. And for those of you that don't know, I have metal in my head. So metal plus metal detector means it's going to beep. We didn't know that. And we were curious. So a few days later after Christmas, we're all in the basement, like hanging out, just like playing with the stuff we got. And we're like, yo, what if we put the thing together and then put it to Connor's head and see what happens? So we did. And right then and there, my cousin's like, hey, sit here, don't move, we're going to do it. I'm like, all right, cool. And they put it to my head, and it beeped. Our family was upstairs going, what was that? And then they heard a thump. And they're like, we put the metal detector to Connor's head and didn't know what would happen. They're like, what was the thump? And they're like, Connor? And so one of my older cousin, ran to the closet and didn't come out for another 8 years, which, whatever. The other one that did the metal detector was just standing there like a champ, like waiting for the punishment. And all the punishment was watching my limp body just being carried out to the car, which my mom probably hit a couple minorities on the way to the hospital, but oh well. Yeah, that's really all I got.
Connor White.
Whoa! So the metal detector took you out.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so, like, if you're with your girl, does she ever get upset and threaten you with that shit? Like, don't make me fucking shut you down.
Well, actually, this girl I'm talking to is actually in New York, so she's back home.
All right.
So.
Well, that doesn't answer the question.
Yeah,
Connor.
it doesn't.
No, but actually going through TSA is a great time.
Well, okay, because you mentioned this before. You've got a scar on your head.
I got a bunch of scars on my head, actually.
Bunch of scars on your head, and you have the metal plate in your head because of why?
It was a cranial expansion. So, like, when my brain was growing, my skull would grow too.
Okay.
Too big of a brain up here. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So they had to cut out part of that and put a metal plate?
Yeah, basically.
Is it metal?
Yeah, it's titanium.
It's titanium.
Plates and screws.
Plates and screws.
Yep.
So when you go through the airport, it's a problem? Do you have to take x-rays?
Well, no, like, I'll tell, like, the first time I ever flew was flying home from college to home. Yeah. And I was like, I can't go through there. And they're like, well, why not? I'm like, I have metal in my head. And they're like, yeah, just go through. I'm like, you guys are retarded.
Right.
Like, I'm sorry. And then it beeped because I had a medical bracelet on before I got the tattoo. And they were like, oh, it's fine. I'm like, all right, so if I pass out, then it's on you guys. Which actually almost happened when I was in Nashville a few months ago. Because I wasn't wearing anything, like no metal or anything. And
except your head.
Yeah. I wasn't even wearing a hat, like it beeped.
I don't think the hat matters at this point, right?
No.
I mean, metal's there; it's going to pop off, right? Yeah.
Well, no, like normally it doesn't. But when I was
okay.
in Nashville, I was going through TSA, and I was like, "Hey, like I have metal in my head, so I can't really go through there." It's like, "Yeah, go ahead." And I'm like, "All right." So when I went through, it beeped. He's like, "Hold on." I looked at the scanner right in my head. I was like, "Oh, dude, you fucked up." I'm like, "If I pass out, that's all on you." And he's like, "What?" I was like, "I told you I can't go through there."
Right. Well, see, this is what the question was, and kind of what you were saying.
Right.
So if your friends, which is hilarious, did a metal detector on your head, that's a good thing that friends should do.
You just fucking collapse, bro.
You just fall off and collapse. What
no,
does it
I
do
just
to you?
well, no, because like I like it just like it like resets to like 0 because it's set at a certain number, like to flow all the fluid and stuff like that.
Wait, your metal plate is
no
set?
the drain in my head.
Oh, right.
Like sets it like will reset to 0.
Oh shit!
So I have to
it
go to
can
the
really
hospital
fuck
to get
you
it
up.
Yeah, so I have to go to the hospital to get it reprogrammed.
I bet you're great at a party.
Oh, dude, I am. I'm a delight.
Amazing! Wow. So it could short out what you got going in the metal plate in your head. Yeah. If somebody does a metal detector.
Well, no, it'll short out like the drain because the drain is actually what needs to be reprogrammed.
Right.
How sensitive, like, if someone puts a hotspot on their phone, you know what I mean?
Oh, it's
like,
fine. I'm fine.
Right.
Yeah, I'm fine.
That's a good point. That's a good question.
I'm fine.
Right. So it's just going through the airport or when your friends want to put a metal detector on your head.
Basically.
That's a problem. Other than that, you don't have any problems.
No.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
What part of your head is the metal in? Is it just one side or?
So, shit.
Holy shit.
It's
Look at
up
that.
here. Like the metal's up here. The drain is right here.
Wow.
Oh, sorry.
Fascinating.
So
look at that.
It's up here. Like you can't really see because my head's like.
This is the content we've all been
and
waiting
my
for.
drain is right here. So
yeah,
my hand
and that drains to where?
My stomach.
Your stomach.
Yeah.
Fucking technology, boy.
Oh yeah.
That's amazing. Round of applause for his fucked up head. Come on.
Yeah.
Good old early 2000s technology.
What's that?
It's a good old early 2000s technology.
Early 2000s technology? Wow, I've never heard of that.
Put in like I think it was 98. So like a few
In
months
'98 is when you had that done?
Yeah.
Wow. You mentioned you went to college. Where'd you go to college?
St. Joe's College in Maine.
St. Joe's in Maine. Oh, that's right. You're from the Northeast, aren't
Yeah.
you? Okay, very good. And how did you get back down to Florida here?
No, I actually flew to Long Island from Portland.
No, but I mean, what? You live here now.
Yeah.
So what?
Oh.
Maybe I wasn't clear. It could have been my fault. So remind us, what got you down to Florida? Like, why'd you move to Florida if you're from up there?
Because COVID and I still live at home, so I had to move with my parents.
Oh, that's right. Okay, very good. And you're a landscaper, you said last time?
Yeah, and I actually, it's funny you mentioned it because I just got a call from Melbourne PD about an interview on Thursday.
Oh, you mentioned this last time that you fucked up the questions to be a police officer before.
Yeah, with the sheriff.
With the sheriff, and so now they've called you back?
Well, Melbourne PD called back for a different position, so hopefully I get that one.
What position potentially?
Ironically, community service officer.
Oh shit! Okay.
So I'm basically a rent-a-cop.
A rent-a-cop.
Hopefully.
Well, that's all right.
Yeah.
Did you get to carry a gun?
I don't think so.
Oh fuck, man. Damn.
So I'm basically using my truck as a weapon.
Well, that can work too. It is Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Interesting.
Hopefully, I'm not like my mother, who probably took out a couple minorities on the way there.
You mentioned this before. Your mother she's got a problem with some minorities, huh? Yeah. And you grew up in that environment. You're not like that, are you? Right. You ever dated a black woman?
Not yet.
Racist. No.
She
Wow.
would, they would love that head. Be like, "Ooh, baby,
They
you look
would.
like a rotten squash. Come here."
Yeah. Let me rub your metal. Connor White, and remind the people, this is what, your third or fourth time doing stand-up?
Fourth, yeah.
This is fourth time doing stand-up comedy, folks.
Oh,
Come on,
give
man.
it
Round
up
of
for
applause
us.
for
I'm
him.
probably
one step
Let me tell you something. Just since you've been doing comedy here, since the first time to now, you definitely have a little better stage presence than you did the first time you were up here. You were definitely scared, and then the lights and all that. One of the things I would tell you, a little bit closer to that microphone.
Oh, I thought I was close enough.
No, when it's in the mic stand.
Yeah.
Just a little bit closer in there, and you don't have to talk into it. You can talk across it. So you can get up there on it and talk, and people can hear you a little bit better. That's the only thing I would say, man. You should be proud of that for your fourth time, dude.
Yeah.
Look, he's comfortable looking, isn't he?
Oh, yeah,
He
man.
seems pretty comfortable.
Absolutely.
Maybe next time I'll actually take the mic out of the stand like everybody else.
Hey, well, don't go crazy, Connor, and fuck
But I
up
mean,
your head.
I'm like my first after my first time, I told my buddy, I was like, dude, I got like that Ralphie May appearance. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, I just stand there.
Just stand there, right?
Like,
Yeah.
have the mic in the stand and just stand there and talk and look straight at the wall.
Right. Yeah. You were a lot more comfortable this
Yeah.
time, dude.
Yeah, I was actually looking around, trying to be
Yeah.
like, make a crowd presence.
For sure, man.
So,
well, you should be very proud of that as your
Yeah.
fourth time, Connor White.
Yeah.
Come on back anytime. You know you're welcome here anytime, man. Connor White, folks, let him hear it. Come on. Connor White. We see him slightly improving since he's been here.
He has. That was good shit, man. I forgot that was your fourth time. That's awesome.
I just love it when he takes his hat off. It's fucking amazing. Loosen up, fuckers. Come on. All right, here.
This is gonna be his supervillain origin story for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
Definitely. It's like a metal animal comes out.
You
and
don't
fucking
need it like
awesome.
for Halloween. Just wear a cape and take off your hat.
Yeah.
You're good.
Yeah. Put a little makeup shadowing on it, dude. Fuck, that'd be perfect. All right, next comedian coming to the stage. That person goes by the name of, he's our buddy back again. I like to say he's a legend of Orlando. Please welcome our friend Alex Vincy. Let Alex Vincy hear it. Keep it going for Alex Vincy.
That was cool. I was kidding. Well, I was a little nervous today coming here. I thought the rain was going to ruin my hair. Cool. So I did the unthinkable last weekend. I bought myself a brand new car, which is pretty awesome. Well, thanks. It's a 2003 Ford Taurus. So, hey, turn down for what? Yeah, once I saw it on Carvana, I knew I had to have it. Like, it's white and has some rust stains on it. I like to color and draw pictures all over the car. Just like my Crocs, it will let everyone know that I will be single for the rest of my life. So, hey, can't do that with a Tesla, right? Cool. I mean, I don't like those electric cars anyway. I get so confused on where to insert the AA batteries. Plus, the manual was hard to read. There was a bunch of X's on it. Plus, one of my best friends, she got electrocuted in a Tesla. Yeah, it's shocking. Lesbians, do you want to know how? Cool. She parked her car right on top of a water puddle. It was so sad. Yeah. I mean, it's better than going on the Titanic, so hey. Cool. I don't know. I mean, yeah, so I just had my appendix removed a month ago. So you can clap for that if you want to. Yeah, but just like my exes, who needs it? Like, yeah. I mean, once I saw my appendix was this small, like I knew that the relationship was all over. I was kind of hoping for something much bigger. Like Brian's picture. I'm just kidding. I mean, well, it wasn't worth my time. Like my appendix, So yeah, my appendix wasn't worth my time. Like it was a waste of space. It didn't do much, and that organ really did not satisfy me at all. So, yeah, that's what she said. Anyway, I hope I satisfied you guys. My name's Alex Vincy. You guys have been great.
Alex Vincy, folks. Let him hear it. Come on. Alex Vincy, it's good to see you again, my friend.
Well, I think it's good to see you guys too. I feel like you guys changed a lot.
What do you mean?
There's a guitarist.
Well, yeah. Right, he wasn't here the last time you were here?
No, I don't think so.
No, but you commented when you walked up. You enjoyed that he's playing when you walk up to the stage?
Yeah,
that?
It was nice.
Can you look at me and say that?
Oh, yeah, it was nice. Do you know any Linda Ronstadt songs?
I don't think I do. We're on YouTube. I'm keeping it copyright free.
Oh,
That's true. That's true.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
you're a big Linda Ronstadt fan. That's right.
yeah.
That's right. Alex, you know you're one of my favorite people who's been on this show. You're always fun. People love you. Oh,
Thanks.
yes. Go ahead. Were you
No,
gonna
I was
say
going to
something?
say thanks.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Oh, of course. You're welcome. And you've got another fantastic cat shirt on.
Yeah.
That's become your signature. That's been your signature for a while, right?
I mean, it's been for like 2 years now.
You wear multiple different shirts that have cats on them.
Yeah.
And you tell people that that's even your social media handle is the cat comic. And we've learned you don't have one fucking cat.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Don't apologize to me.
But
That's
I mean,
all right.
I mean, you even bought me a book and everything too.
I did.
Yeah.
When I thought that he had cats, the second time he was here, I bought him a book on cats and how to deal with cats and all this. And I thought, this would be nice for Alex. And he was very appreciative. And the next time he came back, he admitted to us he didn't have a fucking cat.
No, I'm not. I mean, I support them.
They're a cause. He supports the cause of
Yeah,
cats.
Black Cats Matter. Like
That's
your
right.
shirt.
Very
Yeah.
good. Nice. So, but you said before that you were thinking about getting a cat.
I mean, I have to hunt for one because they're outdoors.
You can just go to the pound.
Wait,
Go to
do
the
you-
animal shelter. No,
I mean-
it's
Right.
pretty easy. They're like $20.
do you-
$20 or they kill them.
Right.
That's the deal.
Right.
I mean, it's still going to be outdoors. I'm just kidding.
So you want to get a cat that's an outdoor cat.
Yeah, so I don't have
Do
to
you
deal
see
with
any-
it later. I'm just kidding.
So you have to deal with it later?
No, I'm just kidding. No, I said so I don't have to deal with it later.
What? You don't want to have an indoor cat, obviously, right?
No, well, I used to have a dog, but yeah, but yeah. I mean, I'm thinking about it. I'm not really sure if I want one or not.
Right. So do you have feral cats around where you live? Have you seen some that are on the loose? You want to wrangle and bring over to the house?
Yeah, but I don't know where it's been.
You don't know where the cat's been?
I mean, I don't know where it's been. I mean,
So
I
you're
don't
going
wanna
around for
fuck.
2 whole fucking years, and every time you see a cat, you're wearing a cat shirt every day. You go, ugh.
Yeah. He's look at that dirty
Because I'm
outside
imagining you
cat.
as one of the guys that tuck and rolls out of a car to go, pss, 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 pss,
Right.
I mean, I'll stop and look and then drive away.
You'll do what?
I mean, I'll drive and then stop and look and then drive away.
Like when you see a cat?
I guess.
Boy, you're a fucking weirdo, and I love it. I swear to God.
I mean, I live in a residential neighborhood, so yeah.
What does that have to do with anything?
All right.
Are you allowed to have an outdoor cat in the residential neighborhood?
I don't think so. They have HOA stuff.
Oh, they do. You can't have a wild cat running around? What if we found you a cat? Would you be happy if we found you a cat to keep? Would you?
They're going to bring me a cat next time.
Oh, they are? The lesbians are?
I guess. I don't.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. They said they're gonna get you a pussy. It might not be the same thing you're thinking there, Alex.
I mean, that's the same thing, isn't it? I'm just kidding.
It depends on if you're a member of the Glory Barn, right? Yeah, or from Georgia. That's right, or from Georgia.
I mean, I've been to Pottery Barn.
I think it's a little
Yeah,
different.
it's a different kind of barn.
I think it's a little different. Still a little
I know.
cultish, but
Yeah.
yeah, a little different. Well, Alex, you mentioned something earlier when you got here, and I knew this about you from your social media. You hosted at a comedy club for a weekend.
I did. I hosted Gregory's.
Yeah, in Cocoa Beach.
I think it was like 3 weeks ago.
Right.
I
How
mean,
did that go?
I mean, it was fun Friday and Saturday, but then I got caught up on Thursday where I kind of messed up and stuff.
You kind of messed up. What happened?
Well, there was like hecklers that were in the audience.
Oh, those motherfuckers.
Yeah. They kept saying meow. They kept catcalling me. Yeah, like that. I'm just kidding.
They did. Well, that's kind of like I can see how that could happen.
Yeah.
Were you wearing one of your designer cat shirts?
I think I was, yeah.
Is that all you own?
No, I have
Okay.
autism awareness stuff because I work with kids who have disabilities.
That's right.
Right
We
on.
learned that
So,
about you.
Yeah.
That's right.
Which is pretty nice.
Yeah,
You
y'all
guys
can clap for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the leader of them.
Yeah.
Did they ask about your cats too? Like Mr. Vincy, how many cats do you have? And you're like, oh, I hate fucking cats.
No,
It's ironic.
well, the kids don't know that I do this, but like the staff members do.
Oh yeah,
And
what
they're
do they
like-
say?
They're like, you should make fun of the kids more.
Damn.
Do they really?
Yeah, because I have like, I have like horror stories of kids.
Okay, well, I mean, you're not saying any names, obviously. So go ahead and give us a horror story of dealing with the kids.
Trying to think of one.
Oh, you know you
'Cause
have one.
I have a lot.
Sure. The first one that comes to your mind.
Your
Horror
coworkers
story.
don't sound like good people. They're just telling you, look at all these twitchy
Well,
little fucks. You
yeah.
gotta talk about
I
that.
mean,
Well, they're from Winter Park, so they're really high above.
That
No, I'm
makes
just kidding.
sense.
right. So, but just to be clear, for the people who don't know, you're a teaching assistant for a class of special needs class, right?
Yes, I am.
And you're getting ready to start school back up next week,
I think next Wednesday.
next Wednesday.
And then next Thursday, the kids come back.
Okay.
So next Wednesday, I have to go for like orientation of like what the school expectations are and everything. And then Thursday, I have to see the kids. So yeah.
You have to see the kids. They're going to come back around every year. It's going to happen. Yeah.
No, I like the kids though. So
Well, give us a horror story, something that's happened. You're not saying names or anything. Don't worry about it.
well,
Let's hear something crazy. Anybody
thing
throw any
called?
poo around the room or anything? Or
Oh no, I heard about that though. No, I'm just kidding.
yeah, I'm sure.
Let me think of one.
Bound to be something.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I did have one girl who left in April, and like she would just randomly cry and stuff in class.
Whoa.
That
No, I'm
sucks,
just kidding.
Alex.
No,
I know you got way better stories.
No,
You're
I'm
holding
just
back.
kidding.
You're holding back. Someone showed
trying
up
to think.
naked, some crazy shit, underwear on the head, nothing.
I did sub one time, and there was this like it was like a kindergartner kid that would run around naked throwing stuff.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's a party.
But that was a sub.
That's not a party. It sounds like a Jared from Subway Wet Dream is what that sounds
That's
like.
true.
No, that's
That is
horrible.
True. That's true. A
Just
little
kidding.
awkward. Well, Alex, you know, go ahead. Go ahead. What were
Oh
you
no,
gonna
I
say?
was trying to think of one.
Yeah.
No, just kidding. Well, I think.
I mean, no pressure. If you can't think of one.
Oh
you-
yeah, I
yeah.
did have a kid one time that would curse out the teacher all the time.
Nice. That's
To
it,
the
huh?
yeah, to the point where like
Tourette's or just an angry fucking kid?
I'm just angry because like, and the teacher would argue back with him. I think like, and they spent like 20 minutes going back and forth.
Yeah.
Well, Alex, I'm sorry
like
I
a-
asked.
I mean, you guys can volunteer or visit. Just kidding.
I figured there was going to be a lot better there. I feel like you got more in you. I feel like you do, and you come here often. I want you to get a story for the next time that you're here of the kids, because if your colleagues are saying you should talk about the kids more, you should talk about the kids more. I think so. No pressure right now. The last thing I want to say to you is I'm proud of you that you hosted the
thanks.
comedy club there, and so on Thursday they heckled you with cat calling you, literally saying meow and shit.
Yeah, I think one of them was like, yeah, like every time when I would say a joke or whatever, yeah, like in a sarcastic way, and I was like, I just completely ignored it anyway.
Oh, you ignored it.
Yeah, and just like moved on to like, because I moved on to like a feature or something like that.
The feature went up next. So
Yeah.
did they keep doing it? Like after you ignored them, they keep doing it?
I mean, they kept on doing it still, so like I was kind of messed up on my wording
Sure.
of like jokes
Those
and stuff.
Motherfuckers, man.
Yeah.
Well-
And then, but I skipped. Well, I just like skipped on to like the feature act, and then they were okay afterwards.
Right. Well, you and I are
So-
going to discuss this because you
Yeah.
know I host every Thursday and I love hosting a show and I know how to host a show and I know how you need to deal with those motherfuckers next time.
Yeah.
And you and I are going to discuss
thanks.
this
Yeah.
because I'll tell you a way that you can deal with that and get all the rest of the audience, make sure they're on your side to where they're like, fuck those people. And then you're in control of the whole thing. Does that sound good?
I mean, it sounds good.
Yeah, it fucking sounds
Yeah, it
good.
sounds good.
We'll talk about it.
Cool.
Thank you for being here,
Oh,
Alex. I
thanks.
love it every time you're here. One more time for Alex Vincy, man.
Alex.
Let him hear it.
Yes, sir.
Alex Vincy. Never a disappointment, except for those stories about kids. Those
Good shit,
sucked.
buddy. Yeah.
I know you got more, Alex. You're going to
Yeah.
have to bring it back next time. One of the kids was cursing. Fuck that. I want to see some shit fly. All right, folks, here we go. Next comedian coming to the stage. How we feeling out there after Alex Vincy, man? Let him hear it. All right, next comedian coming to the stage goes by the name of Breezy. Let Breezy hear it.
Yeah.
Breezy. Keep it going.
How you guys doing tonight? This is awkward. I also just so happen to be a school teacher, and I've worked with some special needs kids. So I'm the youngest one that works at the school, because I kind of look like a 12-year-old, but that's fine. I get bullied by the kids a lot, actually. I walk in the classroom, they're like, What are you doing here? And then I go up and I start teaching the class, and they actually don't stop bullying me. It doesn't stop there. So a lot of detention is being handed out, actually. They never really care that I give them a detention either, because I look like a child. So then I say, I'm going to call your parents, and they say, I'm going to call your parents too, I guess. So we had this one special needs kid. The school is right around the corner from a corner store, and he had a knack for Skittles. So when he didn't feel like being in class anymore, he would run off campus. And it came to the point where we stopped chasing him because we always knew where he was. So we give him about 10 minutes to get his pack of Skittles, then we go get him. He doesn't go to the school anymore. His parents weren't okay with that. A couple weeks ago, me and the lesbians actually, we have a. It's not going where you think it's going, Judd. Despite what you may think. We usually have these little powwows after the show where we actually talk shit about all of you, actually. Just so you know. Little known facts, lesbians like to talk shit about heterosexuals all the time. You guys are a disgrace completely. Switch sides. And I don't know if you guys have ever paid attention to the lesbians. There's 4 of us, and there's only 1 white person. She's not being held captive. She chooses to be here. I promise she chooses. But we were sitting outside, and the police kept riding around. I mean, we were smoking weed, but that has absolutely nothing to do with why they were riding around. So we were wondering what was going on, and we thought maybe they thought we had kidnapped her or something. I'm not sure. I just want to say the experiences that white people and black people have are completely different. When white people have relationship issues in their marriage, they like to get a divorce or go to counseling. My brother had a spat with his girlfriend, and she hit him with her car. Very fun surveillance tape to watch, I might add. So, I mean, I can keep going, but I'm pretty much done.
That's Breezy right there, folks. Let her hear it. Breezy.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Breezy, that's how you tell a story about disabled kids. Breezy, you mentioned it. You're one of the famous group of people that people messaged me about this group. You're one of the 4 lesbians who's here every week.
Yeah.
That's right.
The 4 lesbians of the apocalypse.
That's right.
You see them coming when the world.
That's right. There were 6 lesbians at one point. Y'all killed 2 of them, or
They weren't gay enough.
I was going to say they're not fully committed.
We
probably,
kicked them
right?
out. Little known fact: if you're not gay enough, automatically kick you out. You gotta go.
You ain't got time for that. Right.
Did they say something too straight? Like, these khakis look really nice.
Yeah, there was a couple guys that came on stage, and
Wait, okay, so wait a minute. So you guys have a powwow?
Yes.
A lesbian powwow after this show?
Every week after the show.
Well, I feel like I feel like we need to get them to record this like an after hours.
I think so.
UnApology show. Like I think that's the
Absolutely.
next podcast.
Yeah, absolutely.
So where do you guys do this?
Yeah, by the swings.
By the swings out over here in the park?
Yeah.
Yo,
You
this
do.
show fucking
Y'all get.
sucks.
Wait a
man.
minute. So wait a minute. Y'all get together after the show. Y'all go over to the park over there.
Yeah.
Y'all are getting high, swinging on the swings.
Yes.
And y'all are talking shit about the comedians who are on the show.
Absolutely.
You do. We need to record this.
I
This
was
is a
gonna say,
podcast.
Or
Like-
sometimes we'll go by the water.
Oh, you'll go down to the water over
Yeah.
here? Okay, yeah.
Because lesbians like to get wet. Am I right?
That's true.
But black people can't swim, so I don't get too close. I promise. I don't get too close.
This is true. Don't get too close.
Nah.
Don't get too close. Right. So what are some of the things that y'all talk about after the show with some of us? Go ahead. Let's hear it.
It sucks that he's not here, but Jimmy.
Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
What about him?
I mean, it's Jimmy, but
Oh, you don't want to say? Or
I mean-
what about anybody else? Any of the comedians? Like tonight. You saw the comedians tonight. Who's on the list of people that y'all are going to talk about on the swings while you're getting high?
yeah, that.
Yeah. Yeah. Squeaky
One
titties.
time for
That's
Squeaky
good.
Titty
Yeah,
Michelle.
because
Come on.
I don't think I could get away with that, but I feel like she gets out of a lot of like parking tickets.
I was
and
going to say,
speeding
like if the
fines.
cops pulled her over?
Yeah, the cops pulled her over. You
They're
know,
like-
she's getting away, and I'm probably getting arrested. So
Yeah. Right. I was thinking like if she gets pulled over and she like squeaks for the cops, she probably
Yeah.
thinks that the cops probably think she's part of Alex's class or
Yeah.
something. Like
maybe
you know.
you never know.
Yeah, a little slow. Well, Breezy, you mentioned a few weeks ago when you were here that you were going to sign up to come up here and do stand-up.
Yeah.
And I saw you show up here tonight,
Mhm.
and I didn't think you signed up, and I asked Brian, and he said you didn't. So I told him to come over and ask you, and you signed up straight away. And I'm glad you did. I'm really glad you did.
I won't say I signed up straight away, but I mean, if a white guy with a big beard and long hair comes up to you, I don't feel like you can say no.
Now, goddammit.
Yeah. I could like hear the whips in the back of my head a little bit. You sign up right now, boy. Like, I don't know.
Wow. So you didn't initially sign up tonight. No. Were you still planning on doing it if Brian wouldn't have asked you? Like on another show or something?
I wasn't going to do it tonight because I didn't have anything planned, actually.
Nobody could tell. You fucking killed it. You killed it. You killed it. Absolutely.
Is this your first time?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Give
First
it up for
time doing
that.
stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
First time. Well, let me tell you, one of the reasons that you did so well is because you were just yourself on stage. Mm-hmm. You were 100% yourself. You could tell, like, did you have any of that stuff planned to do when you came up here?
No.
Yeah.
I actually, a couple weeks ago, because we weren't here last week, but the week before,
I
wrote something, and I didn't do that joke whatsoever.
You had another joke that you didn't do?
I literally had another joke.
Oh, yeah.
We were rehearsing at the powwow.
Oh, y'all were rehearsing at the powwow?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Oh, you were.
Yeah, we all played
the
role.
role of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, looking angry and filled with anti-Semitism.
Yeah.
No. Wow. Well, Breezy, I'm very impressed. How do you feel about that set? You feel pretty good?
I mean, I feel pretty good.
Yeah, you should definitely. But you had a general idea what you were going to do. You came up here, did it. You were yourself. That's why people reacted as well as they did. Mm-hmm. Are you going to keep doing stand-up?
I might.
I think you should. I think you should.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Keep at it.
You're completely likable. You were very in the moment and having fun. And, yeah, you should be very proud of that. I hope you do stand-up here again. I hope you're still come here even though y'all are talking shit about us after the show each week. No.
It's not all bad for
No
sure.
relation to Chris Breezy, right? You're not beating your fellow lesbians here?
Sometimes.
Right.
Sometimes.
Right.
You never know. Things get out of hand. So.
Sure. Well, Breezy, I'm supremely impressed, and I'm so glad that you were here. And I swear to God, I'm gonna at some point come over to y'all's powwow and shit after the show, see what the fuck's going on over there, man. Definitely. All right. Well, thank you. Very good. I'll get on a swing. It'll be great.
Yeah, absolutely.
All
Judd
right.
on a swing, everyone.
Oh, that's true. It's like a bear in the circus. Listen, Breezy, thank you so much for being here, and thank you for supporting this show and all four of you guys all the time. Great job for your first time. Keep on doing it. One more time for Breezy, man. Let her hear it. Let her hear it. Breezy.
Good shit.
Breezy. I'm a little emotional. I feel like our lesbians are growing up.
I know.
It's amazing. So good. So good. Now we got to get y'all other three lesbians up here, you know? Got to figure that out. All right, folks, next comedian coming to the stage. This guy's one of the first people that I met when I moved here from New York. Funny dude. He's got a New York history, Florida history. He's from this area. He's a hard-working, funny dude. Start clapping right now for my friend Duncan J, man. Let him hear it.
Yeah.
Duncan J.
I'll keep it going for this dude right here. This dude is killing this shit. My man. Pound it right there. So much better than Scott Hooker. Swear to God. Oh, what's up, Scott? How you doing, baby? How you doing? I see you over there. How you doing? No, I'm not putting that. You drank that shit last time I put it on your table. All right. Now, hey, man, clap it up for her right there. She did a great fucking job. Seriously. I'll be honest with you. I'm a straight white guy, but I fucking love lesbians. You can check my fucking browser history. I fucking love y'all. Now, I lived in New York, man. Like, best thing about living in New York, he was telling me about, telling you guys I lived in New York. Best thing about it is people watching. And I know y'all sit in the park and talk shit about people. Y'all love some people watching, right? And New York is the best place to fucking watch people, especially lesbians. Especially down in the Greenwich Village. You walk, because, like, lesbians are great, but, like, I don't know if y'all seen the thug lesbians. You know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about white people have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about. Like, what are you talking about? Y'all seen them, but you didn't know. Okay, because one of them always looked like Jay-Z, right? And the other one usually looks like Beyonce or Eve, depending on the extensions. Right? So you see this little couple, this little hip hop couple walking down the street. You're like, oh, wow. And then you realize they both had tits. You're like, whoa, I wasn't ready for that shit. You know? But no, man, shit. Like, you know, and people watching there in New York. I was there in the early 2000s. And the other thing was like the emo kids. Y'all remember the emo kids? Some of y'all do, because some of y'all weren't even born when the fucking emo kids were around. But y'all know what I'm talking about. Like, the most messed up thing about the emo kids in New York City was they were so androgynous. You know, like, you couldn't tell which... Like, I got pissed off because when the couples would walk by, I didn't know which ass to look at. But I came up with a way to figure it out. Like, you walk up to them, you punch them both in the face. The one that cries, that's the dude. Take the other one home. All right, that's all I got right
That's
now.
Duncan J right there, folks.
Yeah.
Hey, seriously, great job. Great job. For your first time, amazing.
First time right there, man. One of our prized lesbians.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
Said like a slave owner right there. You see that shit? Like,
She just
check out one of our prize lesbians, y'all. She going for top dollar, everybody. Got the mustache. Like, look at this one. I love this dude.
You both look like Civil War generals. I don't think.
It's true.
I don't know, between him and Brian, they're like, which one gets the fucking best ones? Like, I don't know. I'm going to take the best one of the heap.
She just happens to be black. It's not anything that I mean, come on.
But the way you said it are prize lesbians. I had nothing
All
to do
four
with
of them are.
I know. Look at it. And it's
All
like the
different-
fucking United Colors of Benetton
Yes,
in this
exactly.
bitch. Look at it. Like, you know, like, that's why the other kicked the other two out, because they just fucking didn't match.
Yeah. Don't tell us we're not inclusive.
Right?
We're bringing them all.
Seriously. Absolutely.
Even though they're talking shit about us after the show.
That's all right. Well, listen, we got a lot in common, okay? I like eating pussy too, okay? Yes, that's my
Fair
favorite
enough.
fucking thing, all right?
Well, that's the American way.
It is.
Duncan J,
Yes, sir.
you're one of my favorite people. And I
Really? Am I?
Well, of course you are.
Okay, I'm
Because
just...
I love catastrophes.
Okay. Well, that's why he watches NASCAR too, to watch the fucking... He wants a
Sure.
wreck.
I like watching the
He wants-
wrecks. I do. And I'm very impressed that you know the word androgynous.
Well, it takes a lot of work to look this dumb, okay?
Hey, man, I get it, man.
It
I
does.
get it.
And that's a bastardization of a Dolly Parton quote. And she said, it takes a lot of money to look this cheap. Dolly Parton. Fuck
you
y'all,
and I
okay.
are like the oldest people.
Yeah, I
in
know,
here,
right? They're
think,
like, who the hell is Dolly Parton?
Right. Yeah.
She was in a movie with Queen Latifah. All right, anyways, we're moving on.
I'm not sure why you pointed to the lesbian.
Because Queen Latifah. Anyways.
Oh, she's like their idol just because she's lesbian?
No, I didn't say that. But they know who the fuck Queen Latifah is. Am I right? Thank
Probably
you.
true.
I rest my
Definitely.
case.
Especially Breezy. She nodded. She knows who it is, right?
They watched The
Who
Enforcer
doesn't?
Sure.
on CBS at 9 on Thursday night.
Duncan, I saw you just headlined LOL this past weekend.
Yes.
How did that go?
Oh, it was awesome, man. Well, the first night was kind of weird.
Why is that?
Well, I had a lady in the front row that wanted to be part of the show, but she was about a bottle of wine in. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I was like, I had to pull a Matt Rife on that bullshit.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
You set her straight?
I told her she was a cunt.
Sometimes you have to do that.
Sometimes you do. I
Cut
mean,
to
look,
the chase.
I gave her a little bit of leeway. I was like, listen, just repeat after me. Perfect.
Yeah. Was she able to stay, or did you have to get her booted out?
No,
of
she was all right. Her husband got her under control. I mean, he
Oh,
you
yeah?
know, beat her ass, I think. I don't know.
Nice. I'm
kidding. Don't look. She's like, oh, that's horrible. No, I don't know. But no, she did. I mean, literally, she did not have a volume control at all. Like, she tried to whisper to her husband where the bathroom was, like, it's around the corner, and then you see the light, you take a left.
Right.
I was like, listen, Lorna, I can fucking hear you. It's not TV, okay?
Right in the front fucking row.
Right in front row, yeah.
Shit.
I told her there was an open mic on Wednesday nights because she kept trying to tell me how funny her life was. And literally, you know those people, right? They're like, my life should be a reality show. If you think your life should be a reality show, fuck you. Okay, no. Anyways.
Wow. But other than that, it was good. And Saturday was good?
Like Saturday night was great. Saturday night was awesome. I actually got to do it. I got a chance to donate some of my time to the VFW over there and in Winter Haven. On Saturday afternoon. They did. They did a 5:00 spaghetti dinner, and I was the 5:30 entertainment.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then the mic went out.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, it was great. It was a wireless mic that was connected to the auto, the tune, the jukebox. What is it called? What's the jukebox?
PA system or
the tunes, something tunes like auto tunes or whatever. But iTunes. Thank you, whatever it is. I don't fucking know. Anyways, the mic was connected to that, and the mic went out completely, the wireless mic. So I had to do I ended up doing an hour and 46 minutes without a microphone.
Those poor veterans.
Hey, they'll never be the same. They will never be.
It's a lot of time.
That's a lot of time.
Well, it was fun. It was a lot. I mean, there was some crowd work involved, and then a couple of times where I had to, explain that I didn't need to be canceled.
Right. Yeah. Holy shit. Well, that's very nice of you to do that, man. They enjoyed it.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm a veteran, man.
That's true.
I served in the military. I was in field artillery, and
that's right. You were Army, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Very good.
Somebody said who? Who was in the Army? Somebody was in the military. I heard of who? No? Okay.
Oh, damn.
No, you're hearing things.
Dang.
That's probably why they kicked you out.
She was in the military? She was in the Army? You are in the military? What branch? Army. Who?
Army.
So you were the one that hood and didn't want to did you hood, right? Because you heard Army and that was that instinct like, because they train you for that
I think
shit.
it was her gag reflex.
Could be.
Well, she is a lesbian.
I was going to say, of course. Yeah.
Wah.
The woman in the military is our lesbian in the front row.
Well, no, but the thing is, I was like, like the military. Listen, we all fuck with each other in the military. I was in field artillery stationed in Fort Steele, Oklahoma, and we trained with the Marines. Right. And I had a Marine come up to me one time, and he's like, "You know what Army stands for, right? Did you gotten this before? You know what Army stands for, right? Ain't ready to be a Marine yet."
Oh.
I had to explain to him there's a lot more words than there are letters on my shirt.
Right.
Right.
But he's a Marine.
Well, yeah, but I explained to him. I'm gonna put this here. Don't drink it.
Right.
I explained to him what Marine stands for. You know what Marine stands for?
I don't.
My ass rides in Navy equipment. Shut the fuck up. Move on.
Oh, wow. Okay. Very good. Military jokes.
Were you excited when the Trolls movie came out because your family made it on the big screen?
You know what? I was defended that we didn't get a nod at the awards ceremony. Okay,
that's what I'm saying.
I mean, were you? I mean, I love you guys, but come on, they look like House of Pain now.
I don't know what that is. It's like
jump around, motherfucker, jump around. Okay,
right.
jump up, and get down.
See, again, we're the older people here.
I know, but guess what? He can Google that shit. Fuck off.
Right. Yeah. If a troll had a coke problem.
Come on. I'm Jimmy Neutron with a fucking coke problem.
That's right. Well, Duncan J, I appreciate you being here, man.
I do too.
Always
man. I appreciate
entertaining.
You,
Good to see you. Start clapping one more time for my friend.
Give it
Duncan
up,
J,
give
man.
it up for these guys.
Let him hear it.
This is the first time I've seen this dude. Give it up for this motherfucker. He kills that shit.
Robbie
Shrek.
King.
Duncan J, good job, man. Duncan J, holy shit. He's probably holding if anybody needs anything. He's got a number if you don't. Right. All right, folks. Next comedian coming to the stage is one of our favorites. He has been on the show multiple times, and he's been on my Thursday show, the Space Coast Comedy Showcase, a couple of times, and he's going to be on it soon. How about we start clapping right now for Michael Jokums? Michael Jokums. Oh. He's in the bathroom.
Bro.
Michael Jokums. Well, that's all right. Robbie King will do a solo right here.
Wash your fucking hands, boy. Wash your fucking hands. Touch that grody dick. Don't you come out here with that shit. Wash your hands. Michael Jokums, everybody!
Here he comes, Michael Jokums. Put it in your pocket, you weirdo.
God damn it, don't. No,
Michael
ew.
Jokums.
Fuck.
Congratulations, lesbians. You're my new favorites in the room. It's cool. I'm actually bisexual. I like women with two titties. Yeah, that'll alienate me real quick. Okay, my name is Michael Jokums. This is about hitting kids. So my name is Michael Jokums. I come from a family of Jokums. With a dad and a mom and shit. And a sister. My dad would say that he loved me and my sister equally. I mean, he didn't say it often. That's fine. You don't want to seem desperate. But one time somebody told me he said that. Anyway, I believe it. I believe that my dad loved me and my sister the same. He never hit her. Hard not to take that personally. But I was a bad kid. I probably would have been put down if I was a dog. Or a Chinese woman. Dogs and Chinese women, those are natural enemies. Why would I take my dog for a walk? I've got one right here. WOK. It's super racist, you see. Anyway, what was I talking about? Hitting children, yeah. I think we should bring that back. I'm meeting too many teenagers in V-neck shirts. I mean, I'm not meeting a lot of teenagers. That'd be a weird take. If I was like, man, all these 17-year-olds I'm meeting online are a bunch of fags. No, even if you don't think that we should hit them, I mean, certainly we got to start sending them to war again. Because, I don't know, there's a time in this country where, like, if you were Ben Shapiro in high school, it was okay to throw you down a flight of stairs. And we understood that, like, if you kept throwing him down a flight of stairs, one way or another, he'd stop being Ben Shapiro. So certainly we should let them hit each other. Okay, you guys aren't on board with this. I'll sell you on it, though. Like, the reason that you shouldn't hit... I mean, people will say, like, you shouldn't hit your kids because it's bad for their self-esteem and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, sure. Also, it makes them tough and out for revenge.
Michael Jokums, folks. Sorry, that's it, man. Let you go longer, Michael Jokums.
You know how long I drove here? Let me go an extra minute.
So you wanna finish up your beating children?
Yeah, no, I'm just I'll pretend like I'm selling it to you.
Okay, go ahead.
So
let's hear it.
If you like, that mustache doesn't scream child abuse, motherfucker. My whole thing is ramping up to my dad hit me, and that's why I'm very difficult to kill. Is my point. You don't want an enemy who's difficult to kill. That's it. That was the...
All right. Michael Jokums. Well, I'm glad we waited around for that at the end there.
I mean, I texted you.
You texted me what?
I texted you to wait.
To wait?
Yeah.
What do you mean wait?
To do what you did anyway.
To do what I did anyway.
Why am I talking to you? How are you guys doing?
To bring you up on the show?
All night? Yeah.
Well, you're on the show.
Yeah.
Right.
So, like, you're glad that you did yeah.
No, I'm glad you're on the show.
I'm not disputing the facts of the case. You see why he should have waited around. Has it been like this all night?
Did y'all have like an awkward dinner last week?
This
That's
was
the
weird.
energy
I don't
I'm
know.
getting right
I'm
now.
not sure.
I don't know.
It's weird.
Kind of...
I thought last week was really good, to be honest with you.
I thought last week was great, too. A whole table of people left right before. Like, I'm glad you guys stuck around. Was that them? Was that them last week?
There was a couple of women left earlier
Fucking
last
women.
week.
I hate them. You know what I'm talking about?
I know.
That's actually, I think that's an opinion that a lot of lesbians would be like, damn straight.
No shit.
Do you guys like being... I came in here about 15 minutes ago, and not less than 7 times did somebody mention the table of lesbians. So I'm like, is that something you guys are on board with? Or... Okay, cool.
What do you mean? Well, who wouldn't be on board with a table
well,
full of
it's just
lesbians?
like if you say it with a... Yeah, that sounds like a great dish that you can order in a restaurant.
Yeah.
No, I just like if you say it with a shitty tone of voice, you could be like, "I got a fucking table of lesbian." But if you,
well, yeah, if you change it a little bit,
that's why I always
different.
Yeah, but that's why you always have like a sparkler when you're like the table of lesbians. You know?
Right, that's a lot more festive.
Yeah,
I get that.
How's this week going for you?
It's going good, man. I'm just glad to be back here on the show. Did you do any shows in the last week since you've been here?
No, but I flew out to Austin, Texas, and I beat the shit out of this one. Yeah, you know what? You don't worry about it. No, I didn't beat the shit. You know what I did.
I understand. Well,
this
Michael,
is a callback to last week when I talked about sexually assaulting. You thought I was just gonna dance around like, oh, who is he talking about? No, it's
no, you can say whatever you want anytime you're on this show. You know
I know
that.
you ain't no bitch.
Hell no.
Where's Jimmy Moynihan at? That motherfucker. You know, he texted. Fuck. I shouldn't.
Well, listen. Let me. So as of today, you and your buddy who's getting ready to come up next are going to be doing. You're doing 30 minutes. He's doing 15 on the Space Coast Comedy Showcase in October, right?
Yeah. He's also eating half as many calories between now and then for reasons that are about to become evident.
Oh, okay. Very good. Well, I'm glad you guys are going to be on the show, and I'm glad that you're on the show. Every time you're on the show, man, always entertaining, great joke writer, very impressive. I appreciate you being here, man.
Aw.
I do.
Beat it, kiss ass. Scott,
Fuck
how did
yeah.
you feel about my jokes?
Fucking sucked.
Thank
That's
you.
right.
That's how you get better, Judd.
That's right. One more time for Michael Jokums, man. Let him hear it. Great job, man.
He's got the energy of a therapist that doesn't care about his clients.
That's right.
I love him.
All right, folks, our final comedian coming to the stage tonight is a guy that we were just referencing. He's been on this show before. He's been on the Space Coast Comedy Showcase as well, and he's coming up here in October with Michael Jokums. Start clapping right now for Chris Dennis Jones. Let him hear it. Chris Dennis Jones.
Hey, thanks. Yeah, calories. I don't like that word. It's Jokums' favorite conspiracy theory. Yeah. All right. That's okay. You never forget where you were on 9/11. I remember my mom came to pick me up from Eagle's Nest Preschool in Gilpin County, Colorado. And she told me the story later. And she's like, I was like, why did you pick me up? She's like, I don't know. I thought maybe something would happen. I'm like, you thought the 5th plane might hit Gilpin County, Colorado. And she's like, well, maybe not the 5th. I'm like, the 6th. I'm sorry. And she's like, no, come on. I mean, like, they hit New York. If they can make it there, they can make it anywhere. Dumb. No, that's why I love being in Florida, because we've prevented all of our planes from going in any of our buildings. I think it's great. No, you guys wish some ill on this country. Okay, I'm bailing out of that. Table full of lesbians. You guys are cool. I used to work with a lot of lesbians at a chocolate factory, and you learn there's not like a boy lesbian and a girl lesbian. There's a racist lesbian and a slutty lesbian. All right. Okay, you guys are pretending like you don't know which one is the racist one. Okay. I don't know. It's weird. I'm a Christian. I'm not one of the weird kinds of Christians that think like the Jews control the weather. I mean, I think one Jew controls the weather, and he died on the cross for your sins. Knock, knock, knock.
Who's there?
I eat mop.
I eat my... No, I'm not gonna do it.
Oh, we had him. He was almost gonna say I eat my poo. Okay. I'm pretty sure that's 2 minutes. I thought.
That's right. Chris Dennis Jones, man. Let him hear it. Chris Dennis Jones. It's good to see you again, man.
It's good to see you too.
Glad to see you back wearing the overalls.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry. I can't be everything to everybody.
I do like it when you wear the overalls. You wore the Hawaiian shirt with suspenders and jeans last time. I feel like this is your trademark. Do you wear this more than...
You had a stain on your shirt last time. Why are we bringing everything up?
Did I really?
Check the footage.
He just made this up, and now I'm going to look back. I'm like, did I have a stain on my shirt?
Pull the clip.
No shit. No, I love your outfit. I love your persona. I love your whole thing, man.
Yeah, I like that I can see the lights in your head.
My skin?
Yeah.
Well, I love your balding mullet.
Look, it's almost there. It is. It's
Come to the dark side. You're close.
Yeah.
It is. You're gonna shave it at some point? Did we talk about this before?
I've shaved my head before just to see what I look like, and I immediately got hired at a chocolate factory.
You did. Right. They wanted you. Did you really work at a chocolate factory before? You mentioned that.
Why not? I mean,
you did with lesbians?
Yeah, it was the lesbians and the owner was racist.
Okay.
Yeah. That's. I mean, so I was kind of like the perfect candidate. It was all the racist lesbians that worked there.
Ah.
And he said we don't serve dark chocolate, and I was like, I don't know, this is a bad workplace. I have to quit.
Racist.
Yeah.
Right. I understand.
All right. Well, yeah, I really worked at a chocolate factory. It's all real.
Were you
did.
the one that got stuck in the chocolate tube?
Yeah. A lot of pressure. A lot of pressure. Well, last week you said you were head of the attorney group. What was it again?
I've claimed a lot of things.
Yeah, that's right.
My favorite thing I've ever said during stand-up is that I am the sun. It's a whole bit. Yeah.
The sun?
Yeah,
Like
you know,
the sun?
Well, that's where I'm. Normally, I'm in the sky, but it's nighttime now, so I can do stand-up.
Or
that
son of God, or
no, the literal sun, like A10.
Okay, right. Because you put off a lot of light.
No, just a hobby of mine to be the sun.
It's because he's a Cancer.
Right.
Okay.
So what's been going on with you since last week, man? Anything exciting? Any shows or anything?
I did a ton of research. So I looked up if I could fake being an electrical engineer.
Okay.
Because my prospects are going really well. And then I found a man who was arrested in Lakeland where I live for faking being an electrical engineer.
Yeah.
John Bretz. He did it for 6 years, never made a mistake.
Wow.
And they were like, we're going to hire you for being such a good real engineer to be the head of this plant that you've worked at for 6 years. We're just going to do a little bit of double checking. And he's like, you don't need to do that.
Wow, really?
Yeah, and he impersonated the mayor and he served 2 years.
No shit. You think you're going to be able to do something like that?
No, I would never do that. Where are the cameras?
Right.
No, I do not believe in any kind of fraud or crime.
Well, we've had comedians on this show who work in IT who have no background in it, and they said all they do is Google.
Oh, okay.
They search everything, any problem. They work for corporations. They just Google it and figure it out. You could probably do that as an electrical engineer.
Yeah, like what's a socket? What's up with those guys?
Sure, start from the bottom and work your way up.
I've heard the word rotor before. Is that us?
Is that a thing we do? Right. Well, I think your prospects are very bright.
Yeah, prospecting. That's another one I got into.
Oh, you did? Yeah?
Yeah, if you can claim, for $400 a year, you can claim like 20 plots of, it's called a placer claim.
Okay.
For any federal land under the jurisdiction of the Bureau of Land Management. And there's a beautiful plot outside of Temecula, California, on a river with a road and everything.
A lot of detail here. Nice.
Yeah, you can... Bureau of Land Management, you can look that up.
I believe you. Now it's getting weird. Chris Dennis
Jones. You don't want to learn
Jones.
to prospect? I'm wearing the suit.
No, you're ready. All you need is a hat, dude. That's it.
Yeah, you look like you can give me a good boy. You know?
That's not what prospectors do.
I feel like they do.
It's like very silly and panning for gold. There's not a race element in it.
Is that how they do it?
I don't know.
That's how I would do it.
Like
Me too. I understand.
I would have a song for finding gold, and then I would attack people who found me.
What would your song be?
Fuck, let there be gold, please. Fuck. You know,
I love it. Chris Dennis Jones, I love it every time you're on the show, man. I look forward to you being here at the Space Coast Comedy Showcase in October. Come on back here anytime, dude. You know you're welcome. One more time for Chris Dennis Jones, man.
Chris!
Let him hear it.
Yeah.
Chris Dennis Jones.
That's my dad.
Well, lesbians, we made it. That's episode 16. So y'all can go over to the swings and talk shit about us now. And listen, guys, we certainly appreciate you guys being here tonight. We appreciate all the support. Definitely, we're here every Monday, every Thursday, the Space Coast Comedy Showcase. Check out the podcast on YouTube and all podcast platforms. And how about y'all start clapping one more time for my man, Robbie King. That's him right there. Robbie King. Let him hear it. And, of course, it's my man, King Hooker, right here. Let King Hooker hear it.
Howdy ho.
A round of applause for all the comedians you've seen tonight, man. Let them hear it. My name is Judge Jones. You guys have a good night. Appreciate it. Get that music, Taryn. Let's hear it, baby.